Rockstar Games has always pushed the boundaries of gaming technology, creating immersive and groundbreaking experiences, and they've always been committed to innovation. I mean, the original Grand Theft Auto series is pretty much responsible for modern gaming as we know it. And with the Grand Theft Auto series, Rockstar revolutionized open world gaming. I mean, each installment brought improved graphics, enhanced physics, more complex AI systems, bigger worlds. And with the Red Dead Redemption series, Rockstar showcased lifelike environments, dynamic weather systems, realistic wildlife behavior, and incredible storytelling. So with that being said, what's next? GTA 6, of course. And more specifically, the first-person feature, and potentially even VR. It looks like Rockstar is going to be pushing the boundaries on those two fronts. So if that excites you, then let's go ahead, hop in, and take a look at what they're doing. So as always with these GTA 6 videos, this is based off of the 90 leaked videos, and a quick update on that. I mentioned in a video about a week or two ago, you go to the GTA 6 subreddit and they had a bunch of the leaked footage. Well, it's not there anymore because Take-Two did not like that. So you can't find it as easily. I mean, I'm sure if you go on like Twitter or something, or if you just Google it, you might be able to find actual footage out there from the leaks. It's not too difficult, but it does require some Googling and some searching around on the internet. But in one of these particular leaks, there were a couple of clips of a developer going through a certain interior car customization. And just so you have an idea of what some of the things were there, I just went ahead and made this little crappy thing in Photoshop. Imagine a much nicer UI, and of course imagine a car in the background, not just a sky. But these were some of the words that were in this sort of vehicle debug menu. You had hood trunk lifters, whatever IK front suspension and rear suspension is, car interior. There was a front left with a bunch of stuff like the armrest, the brake, the clutch, the gas pedal, the mirror positioning, the steering wheel positioning, and other things like gears, windows, and then stuff for the other side of the car, the right seat, the right windows. All of these things could be changed, could be tweaked, could be positioned to where you wanted them. And I will just say that this was a vehicle debug menu, so maybe you don't get all of this customization. I'm sure most of this stuff is probably just for the developers so they can of course tweak the cars to make them look better. But I do hope we see some sort of this interior customization, things like the mirrors, for instance. I mean, I don't need to change my seat, or I don't need to change the steering wheel because it's a game and that doesn't really impact the gameplay too much. But as far as changing the mirrors to sort of tweak them so you could see better, that is something I would like to see. But the 3 video clips that went over this sort of stuff, that's basically what this developer was doing, just going through the interior of the cars, testing out all of this customization. And even if we get a fraction of what this vehicle debug menu had, I mean, that alone is way more interior customization than of course we got in GTA 5. And that alone is a huge step in the right direction for first person gamers in GTA 6. Obviously you can customize the outside of your car, but now if you like playing first person or even VR, which we'll touch on here in a second, you have a bunch of new options to mess around with. But that really wasn't the most exciting part. Throughout this customization, we got to see a little snippet of the dashboard of this particular vehicle. And this is what it looked like. Now, this is a recreation. The picture is just from GTA 5. It's a mod, and I went ahead and sort of put a map on the dashboard, or where the speedometer would be. That's basically what it looked like, though, in the GTA 6 footage. You had this vehicle, and where the speedometer is, you did have the speedometer, and I guess the RPM and all the other little gauges. But directly in the middle, there was a map. And you could actually see the waypoint on the map, and it was yellow, much like you're seeing here. And if we do just zoom in, maybe to get a better look, this was the super interesting part to me. Because why would Rockstar be putting the GPS map navigation on the interior of the car if they weren't planning to majorly revamp the whole first-person system? I mean, look, in GTA 5, and I'll have some Red Dead Redemption 2 footage, the first person doesn't really feel that great. In GTA 5, especially because it was much older, it was tacked on a couple years after the game released. The field of view isn't really that great. Some of the animations aren't the best when you're in first person. It's very noticeable in a bunch of cars. Just the main thing is the FOV. It's just super zoomed in. It's super sort of nauseating to drive around in first person view. I honestly don't think many people do it. Another big thing, the mirrors don't actually work in GTA 5. I would imagine GTA 6, since it more than likely will have like ray tracing abilities, the mirrors will work properly. So that's another benefit, another pro to the whole first person driving, at least in GTA 6, you'll have working mirrors. But even in RDR 2, the first person's not the best. Like the field of view, I have it maxed out and I still feel like it's super zoomed in. Driving or riding the horse around is also a little bit nauseating because it is so zoomed in. You don't really get a good look around. So even first person in this newer game isn't really the best, but obviously you can forgive it because the whole game itself is phenomenal. But GTA 6, going back to that, I think this is going to be the next step for Rockstar. Like we mentioned in the intro, they are committed to innovation. I think by now we can pretty much agree they've nailed the whole third person aspect of their games. So it's time to move for the first person and VR. And what I am imagining what's going to happen here, maybe you have your little mini map on the bottom left of your screen when you're in third person like normal. But once you transition to the first person, maybe it goes away and it just pops up here in your car. That could very well be an option they give us. But I think that's a pretty immersive way to handle it. You still have the mini map if you're in third person, so you can know where you're going. But if you want to go more immersive, just go in first person and boom, there you go. It's right in front of you. And I mentioned VR mainly because of the PS VR 2, which I don't know actually if it's out yet or if it's coming out. But PlayStation is making a pretty big effort into making VR a little bit more popular. And we all know Rockstar love to work with Sony and PlayStation. So wouldn't it be crazy to think that GTA 6 is going to be sort of one of the bigger PS VR 2 titles? I mean, imagine the trailer. Like, it's so easy. It'll transition from VI to VR. I mean, come on. It's like, it's obvious. So let us know in the comments, what do you guys think about this potential news? I will just say one of the things I love to do in RDR 2 is just turn off the HUD and then just take in the world. And if GTA 6's world is going to be almost better than RDR 2's world, I would love to do that too. I would love to just be able to go first person, turn off all the HUD, and just drive around the world, taking it all in. And it looks like Rockstar have that same thought, because why else is there a mini-map, a GPS navigation on the dashboard of a vehicle in the interior? So as always, with these GTA 6 videos, we'll be doing more as we approach the game, whenever that is. Hopefully Rockstar one of these days will release a trailer and give us some actual official information so we're not just referring back to the 90 leaked videos. But again, let us know your thoughts in the comments on first person in GTA 6. It looks like it's going to be a pretty big part. So is that something that interests you? Thank you guys for watching though. That's going to do it for today's GTA 6 video. Please drop it a like if you did enjoy, subscribe for more GTA content. And as always, I'll see you all in the next one.